Hello fellow gardeners, and welcome back to another video. Today we're touring the property of Joe Taverniti, a dedicated gardener who has poured over 30 years of hard work and dedication into transforming his land into a vibrant garden paradise. Throughout this tour, you'll see the towering palms he planted right from the very beginning, an array of garden edibles perfectly suited for growing in the unique climate of Northwest Florida, and his impressive storm bunker designed for lasting security.
Well, I was in the Navy and we were coming up on retirement. And we had done a couple of tours here in Pensacola, and we really liked this area and thought we'd like to retire here. So the church we're going to, Fairfield Presbyterian, I was on the building committee. We were looking for land for a new church. And so I was on the building committee, so we would go around and look at property. And when I saw this, I thought, wow, this is great. It didn't look like this though.
Right.
I mean, you had to cut your way through with a machete. But it was, I saw a lot of potential here, and I really liked it. And so I knew it wouldn't be good for the church though. So anyway, so this was like in January of '89. And so I started bidding or dickering with the people on it, and I finally bought it in June of '89 for $26,000. So, no, that sounds really cheap now. The prices were, not as inflated then, so it was a good price, but it was still a good price.
Yeah. How many acres?
I've got 6 acres, and I've got the water across the back. Yeah, I really like it here.
Yes.
It's kind of our escape from the world, our haven. And since I like to garden, it was like a kid in a toy store.
Yes.
So I, except for all the big pine trees you see, I've planted all the other trees. So I planted all the palm trees, and they have grown over the years. And anyway, so we'll keep walking. 2016 was a real dry year, so my wife and I built this glorified drainage ditch. So it took us about 6 months to build it. They were tearing the concrete up at the Tom Thumb store on both corners to replace the fuel tanks. And I asked them if I could have the concrete, and they just started hauling truck after truck after truck. Yeah.
Somebody wanted it, yeah.
Well, I rented a tractor with forks on it. We systematically moved it. Yeah, some of those were really heavy, so we started at that end and worked our way back. And it's been very effective. It's kept my property relatively dry.
That's nice.
Look, when we started this, looking ahead to know that if I live long enough, that I would need mechanical things to help us garden. So that's why the wide path. So we've got a tractor. We use a golf cart with a cart on the back. And so we can get around. I don't think my wife and I could garden anymore if we didn't have those mechanical helps.
Yeah, we're thinking that way because, we're in our 60s and it's like...
Yeah, well, I'll be 79 in a month, so that's not scary. The scary thing is in 11 years I'll be 90. Now that still sounds old. So anyway. You can see the bridge over straight ahead, the wooden bridge. That's over a canal. We'll make our way up that way in a little bit. But these are I have to have these fences because of the deer.
Yeah.
I've got a number of fig trees, but I've got these 2 fig trees. Every year they're really loaded with figs. They do really well.
I love figs.
We get more figs than we can use here. You can see all the figs on these.
What kind are they?
Somebody gave it to me, and that's before I wouldn't take anything unless I knew what it was. But I think it's either brown turkey or Celeste. So anyway, I've been pruning it so we can get in there easier. And,
yeah.
And
I like
I've got,
looks
clean
good.
underneath. Well, this is basically the end of my winter garden. I'm rich in dollarweed. But anyway, these were garlic and elephant garlic, and some reason they did not do well for me. I think I got a big fungus patch in here that killed most of my garlic out. The elephant garlic is still doing well. In fact, I harvested this yesterday. I'm still harvesting it here, but it didn't get as large this year as it has in years past, but some of them are still pretty good size. I've been growing this probably for about almost 30 years.
Nice.
And it keeps really well for me outside by my rabbits. I've got like a makeshift rabbit cage where it gets circulation above and beneath, and it's out of the sun and out of the rain. And these will keep for me a good 9 months without any, controlled environment. So I'm just drying them out now. But some of them got decent size. And then I've been waiting for them to fall over, and then I'll go ahead and harvest the rest of them. So, like these. I like to try to get them before the tops get too brown, because then they pull away. Let's see here. So, anyway. So probably over the next week I'll be harvesting all those, and I harvested all the ones I had there. This tall kale, I had given you some, didn't I, Sandy?
Yep.
Yeah, it's from Africa. It's called African tree kale, or chamolia. I got it from Cody Cove Farm.
Okay.
And it has done well for me. This is the 3rd year that I've had it. You think from Africa, oh man, it's going to go through the summer really well. It really takes a hit in the summer. It doesn't like the heat. In fact, they're showing a little heat stress now. But I like the leaves. It starts really easy from cuttings. And in fact, all of these right here were taken from cuttings from these. And they'll root for me in about 3 days. I mean, they root really fast.
Okay.
I'll show you when we go in the greenhouse. But I've been eating these and feeding them to my rabbits. Yeah, I'm going to do what I can to get it through the summer. It'll go through the summer. It just won't look very well. But then come in the fall, it does really well for me. These 2 raised beds are kind of test beds. And I've been trying different multiplying onions. And I have found that if you keep them watered, they do better. I'm not being funny.
Yeah.
This one is called Grandpa Brown's, and I got it online.
Okay.
And I've got some over here in this patch that I've been watering more, and I haven't been watering these as much. And they look like they're, on the decline, which is normal this time of year. They start going downhill.
Yeah.
They form bulbs, and I dig the bulbs, keep them with the garlic here in the rabbit cage, and then I plant them again in the fall. And they'll do well without any environmental control. Just keep them out of the sun and the rain.
Okay.
This particular one, again, Cody Cove Farm, he first started calling it perennial leeks, and then he changed the name to Maria's 365 leeks. But I really like the tops on them. I use them almost every day in omelets and soups and various dishes. And I'll cut them and they'll come right back again pretty quick. The bulbs, however, are bitter and not edible, but the tops are great. And they'll go into a decline here within the next month, and then I'll harvest the bulbs, save them, and replant in the fall again. Over in this other bed, I've got scarlet. This is the 1st year. I thought I waited too late, but it's growing. It looks better than I thought it would right now.
When did you put them in the ground? February, March?
Yeah, I started the seed the last day of January, and I put them in the ground about 1 month ago. Because I like to try a lot of new things, I have to label them.
Oh yeah.
Because I'll forget when I planted things or what they are. And I really like these. I was telling you how I made these.
Right.
They're the political sign holders. In fact,
I like that.
wait a minute, let me get one. I'll show. I'll show you. I think I do it legally. I think I do it legally. So they're holding the political sign. You know, these are the holders. Yeah. And the day after Election Day, there's any that are still around are mine. So I go around and collect them. So what I do is I've got a metal cutting blade on my table saw. I'll just cut it here and cut it there. And that will give me 2 of these legs. And then so what I do, the legs are actually, they're about like this, right? And then so this gives me 2 of these, and then I'll take vice grips. It's pretty stiff metal, but I can bend them to form a loop to hold the tags.
That's great. Yeah.
If you do this when you bend them, when you go to bend them, don't hold them out here and bend it. This is a really weak weld. You have to hold it here and bend it. Anyway, I know, speaking from experience. Good judgment comes from experience, and experience comes from bad judgment. You know, the person that gave me all these white tubs and that fig leaf you're holding, they gave me the comfrey too. And I said, what kind is it? I said, is it Russian Bocking?
Yeah.
And they said, I don't know. I kind of thought it was Russian Bocking 14.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We can go look at it. How do you mean spread? Underground runners?
No, they say the official comfrey that grows from seeds will be invasive from the seeds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the Bocking, that's why they did the Bocking.
The Bocking doesn't do that?
Because it's only by the root.
Oh, okay.
But everybody makes a big deal out of not getting the one by seed, but I want the one that is invasive.
Well, I'll be glad to share this with you. This, you know that Bosenbergia?
Right.
Right here is coming up.
Okay, right, yep.
And then the Okinawan spinach.
Yeah,
This has been in the ground all winter. When it frosts, it does die down, but it comes back again. And then I've got some longevity spinach right under the,
okay, yeah.
towards the edge of the path.
Yeah, we
and
try
that came back too.
use it ground cover-ish.
Yeah, so this, are you guys on a time schedule? Okay.
Not for you.
Oh. So this should be the Chinese fingers. Yeah.
What is this?
They're called Chinese fingers,
There's like a bunch of names.
but yeah, they start getting long fingers.
And they're Chinese fingers.
Yeah, so I have grown them outside here for a couple of years now, and they've done okay. I've got a whole row of them here. They've kind of gotten smothered by the roots. It's a root vegetable. I'll tell you what, we'll get a pot, and that one I dug up, I'll give that to you. Because they're growing all through here. And they don't seem to be invasive. They've got a leaf like a miniature turmeric.
Okay.
You probably all have the garlic chives. I've got some over here. This ended up coming in here. I really recommend the garlic chives.
Okay.
If you like to use things in cooking, like for your omelets or soups or stuff like that, you can cut it off at maybe 2 or 3 inches above the ground, and in 2 weeks you won't even know that you cut it.
Wow.
It'll be right back. And I did a medical mission trip down to Nicaragua, and they were growing it down there. So I know it can take the heat.
Yeah.
And it takes the cold and the heat. So it's a really good plant if anybody wants any. This other plant showed up in my garden, and I do not know where it came from. It's called Dayak onion. Did I show that to you?
You gave us
Yeah.
one.
So I'm not going to dig this one up. I'll show you this one here. So I've got bigger bulbs. The ones I gave you, they're bigger bulbs. I was picking leaves up curbside for a while to put in my garden.
Right.
And I think that's where they came from. I don't know any other place they would have come from. Somebody must have grown it. I have never seen it in the Oriental restaurant though, so I'm not sure where they got it.
Yeah.
I'm getting conflicting information on it. I think it comes from Indonesia.
Okay.
But
But
I read another article that said, no, the Portuguese took it from South America to Indonesia.
and how is that
sure
spelled?
D-A-Y-A-K.
Okay.
Dayak.
'Cause I think we tried looking it up and we couldn't remember.
There's not a
what
lot
it
of information
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
I've been using it and it's fine to eat.
Are they perennial?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So I mean, they will set a flower and set some seeds, so you can see the patch here. I mean, I had some out here
just
and they got
spread.
mowed off.
That's awesome.
You know, they're not. They spread, but they're not invasive.
Yeah.
They're just, to me, they're resilient. They just do really well. So if you guys want some, I'll be glad to give you more than that if you want them. I've got some bigger bulbs. If you just want bulbs without the leaves, and they'll grow right through the summer and through the winter. So I haven't noticed that they're really affected by the winter that much. This one red rose I have over here, my friend over in Baldwin County, his grandmother got it as a wedding present in 1897.
Oh my gosh, that
And
is so beautiful.
I started researching on it. It's called Louis Philippe. It was developed like in 1837, and it's also called Florida Cracker Rose because it's one of the roses recommended for Florida because it doesn't get black spot or have bug issues, and it'll bloom throughout the year.
Yeah.
And it does really well. And I had started that from a cutting. This lettuce here, this is the second year I've been growing it, and it's called tropical lettuce.
Yeah, we have.
It does really well.
And it spreads.
It will by seed. It'll
Yes,
self-seed.
yes, it spreads.
But that's where these came from. But it grows really well right through the summer, right through the winter.
Yeah.
It's really almost iron-proof.
Does it taste good?
You know, it's got you can go ahead and taste it. Nothing here has been sprayed if you want to taste anything. It's got a little bit of a bitterness to it, but if you put salad dressing on it or something, it kind of mitigates. It bitter? Or?
Yeah, a little bit bitter, kind of like when regular lettuce starts growing into the summer.
Right, yeah.
Just
both
that bitterness, but it's not worse than arugula. I mean,
But the thing I like about it, it handles the heat, it handles the cold, it doesn't
like
get
it.
bugs, it will reseed, so you don't have to worry about buying it again. Does anybody grow plumbago? It's just starting to bloom now, yeah. It made it through the winter okay. I've got this thing called groundnut, and I was growing it.
Goes.
It spreads everywhere. It's not just the bulb. It will flower and produce seeds, and then the seeds get spread, and then they'll come up everywhere. I've got it all through here, not just here. I mean everywhere. But it is not bad. It's kind of a survival food.
Yes.
The bulbs get maybe as big as a ping pong ball, and they're supposed to be higher in protein than a potato. And they don't taste bad, they taste okay. Okay, I had gotten these bean seeds from a fella in our garden club, probably maybe 2015, so 10 years ago or so. And he got it, his family was growing it in Tennessee for he doesn't know how long. And so I asked him for seeds and he gave me some. And I've been saving my seeds every year, and it's really productive. You can see all the beans in here. A bug, but it's ready to harvest. My wife and I didn't harvest it so that you would have something to see.
Oh,
But no, we've got the Organic Gardening Club coming on Saturday, so we were going to wait so they could see. But it's kind of hard to see all the beans, but they're all through here. And my wife and I were initially growing bush beans, and as we got older, it's harder on the back to bend over to pick them. So I devised this system here of growing them on panels,
that's nice.
and so they end up covering the whole panels, and we can just walk through there. And the thing I like about this is they stay clean.
Yeah.
If there's a bug problem, I can spot it right away.
Yeah.
And it's just easier to pick.
Right.
This is Amistad, the purple salvia.
Oh, okay.
The hummingbirds like it. I still have hummingbirds here. So in the morning when I come out and just stand here, they'll come up and feed on the flowers.
Beautiful.
And then the tomatoes, the main type I'm growing here, watch the ant pile.
Oh, okay.
The main type I'm growing here is Grenadero. And the reason I picked that was because of its disease resistance, especially nematodes. I have a nematode problem.
What's the variety?
Grenadero. It's a plum type tomato, indeterminate, and it has done really well for us. It has been very productive. And I like growing on the cattle panels because I can just train them up easier and go down through there. I know it's a bigger expense if you're starting out to do that, but over the years I've been accumulating them and they last for years and years. I had a fig tree, Negrano. Are you familiar with Negron? Negron, is it? Am I saying it right? Anyway, I had planted that and I really liked the figs, but it ended up going into a decline and dying, and I dug it up and it had root knot nematode damage.
So many fig varieties are
Yeah, so,
nematode
you know, this particular variety that's growing here now, I have had no nematode problems with it, and it's very productive.
Yeah, brown turkey doesn't care. Celeste doesn't care. And that's the reason that LSU breeding program, sorry, I nerd out on figs.
No, that's good,
That's
yeah.
the reason.
Yeah, LSU Gold,
breeding
LSU
program
Purple.
used Celeste as the basis, you know, as the mother, basically,
Yeah.
of so many of their varieties because of the nematode resistance. So, and that's why I planted so many different varieties of figs, because I'm not going to keep them in the pot. And it's like, whoever can live,
If you can make it.
I will grow you.
If you can
But
make
I
it
had to
look-
give myself, you know,
No, really.
a whole
no.
bunch of them to see.
No, that's what I do. I'll plant a lot of different things, and if things make it, great.
Yeah.
I'll continue on with them. If they don't, oh well. I was really late on getting this corn in, but it's from Cody Cove Farms, and it's called Zimbabwe
Okay.
maize, and it's supposed to be able to take the heat and humidity. Hopefully, it will
See.
mature before, you know, hurricane season or something blowing it over. But I got it in late. I was just late. I had so many things going on. This has been a really busy week for me, but you picked a good day. Today's a good day.
Excellent. Well, thank you.
And then the sweet potato I'm growing, also from Cody Cove Farm. Yeah, it's a Tai Tung 64 or something like that. He was raving about how great a sweet potato, and I do like the taste of it.
Okay.
So this is like the third year I've been growing it. During COVID, I could see that things sell out really quick. People were
Okay.
trying to garden. So I got onto that.
Okay.
And as soon as I could, I would order things, like
Okay.
way ahead of time. And that's how I was getting
That's
them.
how you did it.
I like to hit that, let me know when it's back in stock.
Oh, okay,
button.
yeah.
So,
I should
sometimes
do
they
that.
do, and sometimes,
And sometimes
they
they
don't.
don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm like, oh my gosh, it's been 6 hours. I hope there's still some left.
Yeah, no, I know. COVID kind of, I got stung on that, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to let that happen
That's
again.
right.
So, in fact, for my tomato seeds here, for next year, I've already ordered and received the seeds.
Wow.
So I'm kind of like planning a year ahead.
You're good. You're good.
Another plant from Cody Cove Farm. It's one of the Dioscorea.
Okay.
He called it Columbia. It is not supposed to be invasive like the Dioscorea alata that produces those air potatoes and spreads everywhere, like I'll show you over in my other garden. I've got it everywhere. But anyway, and it's called a white yam, so it produces a big elongated white yam under the soil. So I think 3 different patches here. What he doesn't tell you online is, though, it's related like third cousin twice removed from Smilex.
Really?
No, I mean,
Oh,
I'm just saying
okay.
that.
It does look like
no,
it could,
it looks like it, but
It
it's got the
looks like
thorn.
it.
It's got thorns.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
any other Dioscorea that has
goodness.
thorns.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you can check it out.
Yeah.
They're
No, it
there.
does, yeah. Wow. Smilex equivalent.
Yeah. I'm sure he didn't want to tell anybody.
Yeah, of course not.
It's got thorns.
Do you save the tubers from one year to the next to replant?
You know, this is I got them a year ago spring, and I left them in the ground through the winter, and the tops did die down, and then they came right back as soon as the weather warmed up. So I was going to try multiplying it, and I wanted to see how it did this year, and then I'm going to try multiplying it, and then if anybody wants any, I'll have some for giveaway. But he's got a video on it on his blog there at that website, and that's another one really hard to come by. It's always out of stock. To me, if somebody's raising something to grow and to make an income, it seems like they would go out of their way to produce more.
Than enough, yeah.
But anyway, so my bananas were huge last year. That's all I have in here, Saba and Sweetheart.
Okay.
Have you read anything about the Sweetheart?
I'd heard about it in the video.
Okay, yeah. It was developed by the Honduran government, their banana breeding program, and it has done well for me.
You get bananas? Because we just started, we planted 3 varieties, neither of those 2. But we were just happy that it made it through the winter and is coming up again.
What I find what happens is they need to make it through the winter without getting killed, and like maybe every 3rd winter here, that's my situation. They don't get killed off, and then they will produce fruit. I found the fruit has to come out by the 4th of July in order to have enough time to develop before frost on the, the fall end.
Right.
So, so anyway, these are all grown up from just this year because everything was killed down in January. So they grow real fast, but I won't get any fruit this year.
Do you do any special fertilizing or?
I throw all my table scraps out here and I put compost. But as far as fertilizing, I don't really.
All right.
I do have these 2 bananas. I just transplant them so they don't look great. But Cody Co-Farm again. It's SH3640. Again, from the Guatemalan government, but they were developed to be nematode resistant.
Okay.
And the 2 parent plants over here are doing well. They actually may fruit this year. We'll see how they do. I grow a lot of loquats,
Right.
and I've grafted these, and I had them growing along the canal, and they were too much root competition. They just couldn't compete with the pine trees and everything. So about 6 weeks ago, I dug them up and put them in here, and they look really ragged, but they are starting to put out new growth. Yeah. And once I get enough new growth here, I'll go ahead and cut these back and start forming them to look like decent trees.
Right.
But the loquats have done really well for me, except this year. That freeze in January knocked them out. Do you have a Black Madeira KK?
I have a Black Madeira. I don't know that it's a KK. There's a couple of...
Are you familiar with that terminology? Okay, so this one...
KK is a grower?
Yeah, it's initials of a grower.
Yeah.
So this is one here. And I started this one from this one over here. So this was my original Black Madeira KK. I paid a guy $40 for it. It was just a little guy.
Oh, I know, they're expensive.
And so as it grew up and I was able to, when it started forming wood, I started taking cuttings.
Good idea.
Yeah, so I have that one and another one and another one. This plant over here, again, Cody Co-Farm, is a tree daisy, and it will...
I want one of those.
Okay, if we'll look and see if we can dig one up. They get really big and they are full of daisy flowers,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they're so high.
Yeah.
It's like you can't, you know, put your face in them.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to find out if that could be used like for fodder for animals.
You know,
and
you
stuff.
probably could.
Because it's in the aster family, they said,
Yeah.
and I figured most of the animals can eat aster, right?
I think so, because I mean, a lot of herbs are too. And
We can try digging one out, see how it does.
Oh, she's excited.
Hey, I'm easy.
You look around all these plants. I've either grown them or somebody has given them to me, and there's very few actually that I have bought, except from Cody Co Farm.
Except, yes.
That's why you
sounds-
keep mentioning him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know, I stumbled onto his website and thought, wow, he's got all this stuff
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah. For the Florida crowd, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another guy, Tifo. Are you familiar with him?
No.
He's got a website, T-Farm. Tifo. His name's Jonathan Tifo. I've gotten plants from him too, and he's kind of like Cody Cove.
Okay. I'll have to look.
But he doesn't have the variety that Josh has. I'll show you the canal.
We have started putting a lot of our plants into protective custody.
Yeah.
We have the hog wire,
Yep.
a 5-foot hog wire, and we just have put it all the way around all the trees that they like to eat. It's just a lot of hog wire. And but I mean, you work so hard on these trees, and then the deer just come in and eat it. So
Don't even say thanks.
no, they don't.
At least rabbit leave us something.
Yeah.
Here, nothing.
Yeah,
I know, that's why I have the fences around my garden.
because they can jump really high.
I have never had one jump the fence.
That's
Really?
awesome.
That's awesome.
No, I've never. I think they get enough other stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That day could be coming. My wife and I learned how to work with chain link, and we really like it. We'll actually move sections around as we need to.
Okay.
It's not like it's permanent. It's pretty easy to take down and stretch somewhere else.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we love it here. It's our escape from the world.
I love
It
it.
is.
All your
This
land
is
is an escape from the world.
I kind of expanded my garden over, and so I've got peppers and eggplants and various things over here, and I've started planting fruit trees. Do you have the plum beauty?
The Gulf Beauty?
No, this is just called beauty, plum beauty.
No, we don't have that one.
Well, this is one of them, and then I've got another one over there, and I got them when they were only about 4 feet tall, and they have really grown. I was hoping they would have fruited this year, maybe next year. We'll see how they do, but they're a low chill, 250
Yeah.
hours.
We had the Gulf series, the Gulf Beauty and the Gulf Ruby, I believe it was, and they bloomed in the beginning of February.
Yeah.
Oh wow, too early. Yeah, this loquat here is Christmas. I'm having an aphid problem on it, so I've been spraying it. I need to spray it one more time. This one got attacked by aphids too. This is Palucci, and it just doesn't look so great. I just hope it makes it. I'm basically going to use it for grafting, and that one for grafting. I've started a lot of loquats from seeds from last year. You'll see them in the greenhouse, so they're about this tall now, and I'll be grafting onto them in about a year or less. So all my other loquats here are grafted.
What kind of grapes are you growing?
You know, I've got, this one is Villiard Blanc, but it's basically a grape, or a wine grape. But this one over here, it's finally fruiting for the first time, and it's a Thompson seedless
Ooh.
that is fitted for this area.
Look how nice.
And I got that from Eisen Brothers. Are you familiar with ISON? ISON?
You got them from them?
Yeah. But it's loaded with fruit, so, and they're going to be seedless, so they should do well.
I want Thompson seedless.
These blackberries here, we're really happy with them. They're just about finished. If I could find some fruit and have you try it. Yeah, try this one here. This is called Punca. P-U-N-C-A, Punca. Yeah, try some of this one, should be good.
They're so good.
Ooh, that's a sweeter
nice,
one.
Yeah, they're nice and big.
Oh, yeah.
But they're practically done now. We've gotten gallons
Oh.
that we've frozen from this already.
So many blackberries are so tart, and that one's a nice one.
So this is my squash palace. I wanted a structure where I could grow squash on it and have them hanging all over the place, and I achieved what I was after. But do you have any of the Gloriosa lilies?
No,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
So I've got tromboncino, cucuzza, and chayote growing in here, and some other. One year I grew last year I grew bitter melon, and I wasn't really crazy about bitter. And so I didn't harvest it, and the fruit fell on the ground. And I thought, well, that's it, it's gone. Well, it came up all by itself. So here, this is a bitter melon, and they're growing up all over the place. So I figured I'd give it one more crack.
This is nice.
Are you familiar with chayote?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got, if you come over here, I've got, it's growing. This particular variety is
South
from
Louisiana.
Louisiana, yeah.
Merleton.
Papa Sylvestre, Merleton.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, it grows really good. So I got a bunch of little ones that are growing all over the place here. Here. So I from this structure, this past year, I got 250 fruit.
Wow.
So it's really productive.
Yeah.
I need to get some trombone
Tromboncino?
seed. Yeah. I have the seeds. I just need to.
You know, I was going to bring one out here. Did I show you that one last time? My fruit?
Yeah.
the-
Oh yeah.
it's- yeah.
Long and curved.
Yeah, before you leave, I'll show you one. It's got a really long shelf life. They're still going from September.
Oh, nice.
So I wanted to see how long it would keep before it started rotting, but it's doing really well.
And if you could have the discussion about the whole transference of genes on the squash, because we had with our green iotes, they just turned into like large cucuzza size ones, and it was totally not planned.
Yeah, so many of these squash have the same genus. They may have a different species name, but the same genus. And because of that, they will cross. And when they cross, that subsequent generation that you try to grow from seed, you're not sure what you're going to get because it's a hybrid now. It's been crossed with others. It would be a way to start a new variety if you wanted to keep doing it out and out.
And they were more orange. They did still have the sweet flavor, so it was nice having a large sweet iote.
Yeah. Well, I've got the iote over here, and it's growing. So what I plan to do, I've got really fine mesh bags that I put over my cucumbers as soon as they get about this long to keep the worms from getting into it and destroying them. But I'm going to do the same thing when they flower. I'll hand pollinate them, and then I'll go ahead and bag the female flower so that they can't be cross-pollinated. So they're already starting. Let me see here. Where are we at? Oh, right Well, right here you can see this is a female flower here. It hasn't opened yet. But the nice thing on the cucurbitas is the female flowers will have like a miniature fruit at the base of it. So cucumbers do that, all the squash do that, all the gourds do that. So you can
be able to see that.
yeah, so you can tell which one is a female flower. And then you can hand pollinate and then bag them so they don't get cross pollinated. I kind of view this as having a worm's eye view of the garden.
That's true.
A bug's eye view. I like to intermix ornamentals with my edibles, so
No, that
it
makes
kind of brightens up the garden. It's not just all green.
right.
That's pretty.
I want to show you this one pepper plant right behind you.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I got a little label here. The seed of this came from Maui, Hawaii, and I planted the seed in January of 2020. So it's like 6.5 years old now. And the first couple years I left it in the ground, it got killed down, but it came back from the root, surprisingly. I didn't think a pepper would do that. But subsequent years, I didn't want to lose it, so I kept digging it up, putting it in the greenhouse and putting it back out here. So it defoliates when you do that, but it lives and it comes back. And it's already forming lots of peppers now.
So nice.
Yeah, and so they'll turn bright red when they're ripe. So anyways, yeah, so this is over 6 years old. And then I've got some peppers down through there that were from last year. So they're already fruiting because they're like way ahead of the game.
You put them in the greenhouse?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll dig them up, put them in a pot, and put them in the greenhouse. And of course, I keep them watered, but I don't worry about them. These are all my training straps. As the squash grows, I keep trying to train it so it goes where I want it to.
Very good.
So come July, we'll have squash hanging all over the place here.
I love that look.
Yes.
You can see on this picture, it's really faded now, of all the squash hanging.
Oh yeah.
This is my prized philodendron.
Wow.
It's the biggest one I've seen around.
Yeah, that's cool.
They actually changed the name on it. The genus now is Thermatophyllum. But anyway, it was formerly Philodendron Siloam. But it made it through the winter. I did get some freeze damage here, but it's still going. So these two rows are my blue turmeric.
Okay, right.
And then my other turmeric is just not coming up. But it doesn't surprise me because from years past, it comes up really late.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but I was surprised the blue actually came up this quick.
Quick, yeah.
And then I've been growing taro. Taro grows really well here. The bugs don't seem to bother it. You can actually leave it in the ground through the winter and then harvest it as you want. And it multiplies quick.
I just planted some of that this year,
Okay.
and so I'm looking forward to trying it.
Yeah, I had gotten some a number of years ago from a Filipino gardener close to here. And he gave me 3 bulbs and I multiplied it out to hundreds. And then, so last year I got 7 bulbs from Cody Cove Farm because he was bragging about this is the best. Okay, for $20 I can take the bait.
Yeah.
So anyway, so last year I planted it, and from the 7 bulbs, all the offshoots I think I had 240.
Oh my God.
And so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 6 rows here were all from 7 bulbs from last year.
And do his taste better than?
I didn't really taste them because I was trying to multiply them. So.
Yeah.
No, but they were a nice size. They were firm and they had a good shape to them. So
Okay.
I'm taking his word for it at this point. But this year I'll start eating them. A lot of times what I do is I'll buy something and instead of eating it, I will try to multiply it.
Right.
And then once I multiply it out where I've got extra,
Yes.
then I'll start eating it.
Right.
Avery's leaning against my biggest palm tree. That is my baby. I grew that from seed. And I'm surprised it got so big. It's the largest sable trunk that I've seen here in Pensacola.
So cool.
Kai, put your arms around it.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
feel so much better.
Show how big it is.
Yep.
Good Lord.
Maybe you got long arms.
Yeah.
No, it takes two people to go around it.
Yeah.
It's big.
That's very big.
That's very big.
This other taro I'm growing is called Tahitian spinach or celery stem taro. And I got one thing from Renee
Okay.
from the garden club. And you can see all the little babies coming up from
Yeah.
it. So it does spread. I wouldn't say it's invasive, but it does spread.
Okay.
But if you would like to try some of that, the leaves taste good,
yeah.
but on taro you have to cook the
Right,
leaves.
right.
You have to cook the tubers?
Yeah, you have to cook
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I
you
thought
wouldn't eat
so.
them raw. You have to cook the tubers too. I don't know how much alcoholic acid would be in the tubers, but the leaves are definitely.
Yeah.
I tried eating them raw once and I regretted it. It feels like you just swallowed pins and
Ow.
needles.
Ow! I can only
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah, fortunately my breathing didn't close off or
my
Oh,
anything.
wow.
Uh,
Well, that's one experiment. We all know.
Yeah, so
don't do it.
take my word for it.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
Okay, we got to go through the greenhouse yet. Hey, did you see any plants that you would like?
Only most of them.
Well, I've got some of the Dayak bigger bulbs that could be planted.
Dahlia?
Dayak.
those are those onions.
D-
Oh,
Yeah.
the Dayak.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. Yep.
I'll take
So-
a bigger one.
I mean, I don't know.
All right, then I'll take another one.
It seems like the more I give away, the more I get. Did you want any? Sure. These are pretty firm.
Yeah.
Yeah, squeeze it, make sure it's
Okay.
firm and not.
Do they get bigger than this, like for eating?
This
or
is
do you-
probably about the biggest they get,
Okay.
but they will grow through the summer.
Okay.
I haven't tried eating the leaves. I don't know if they're edible or not. I can't find much information online about them.
Those the ones that you said kind of like they spread on their own?
Yeah,
Okay.
but they're not invasive. I don't know if you have this shovel, you're familiar with it. It's called a root slayer.
I love that. I've been meaning to get one.
Yeah, I swear by it. It's really nice. I keep this sharpened so you can cut right down through roots. For separating bananas, it's really great.
Nice.
Yeah, on my loquats, I have to put fencing around them because of the deer. They don't seem to try to get up high. They will eat the citrus leaves, though, down low.
They're lazy. They just want to graze, nip whatever they happen to be passing by.
I tried doing aquaponics and it just, I guess I wasn't putting enough energy into it. So I ended up giving up on it. And I moved the tubs out here and then I thought I would try growing duckweed. But with having the water, I didn't want mosquitoes.
So now you have to fish in there.
But so I put these mosquito fish, gambusias in there.
Uh-huh.
And there's a bunch of them. They're used to me feeding them.
Mosquito fish.
So they're doing their job. I don't have a mosquito issue. So that's the mosquito feeder. There's a bunch of them in there. The water's actually pretty clear. If you look in there, you can see the bottom.
Yes.
Yeah, it's clear.
How do you heat this in the winter?
You know, if it's going to get below 30 degrees, I put a diesel heater out here,
Okay.
the long ones. And that seems to do the job. It's thermostatically controlled.
Oh,
And
that's good.
yeah, I don't
That
go through
helps.
that much fuel in the winter.
Okay.
I see things are in desperate need of watering here right now. But anyway, so my wife and I made these concrete trees. So it's made out of this diamond mesh. You can buy it at Lowe's or Home Depot, and they come in 2x8 sheets. And they use them in houses for attaching stucco to the walls. And I take the political sign holders and I hook them in here, and then we do what's called hyper tufa. It's a mix of Portland cement, perlite, and peat moss. You wouldn't think that would make anything, but that's what you're looking at there. And it's real easy to work, and we just dab it on. And I'll show you when we go over by the house the anthurium, the epiphytic anthuriums I have growing in these, and they do really well. Did you find them? I've been eating them. Did you find
Oh my
one?
God, I see it.
The one up high?
Oh, look at that.
Here, take that one right there. Right here. Yeah. I've been eating them off there. I don't know if you're familiar with jabuticaba, but they flower on the trunk.
Oh, I know. We have some. We want them to make babies so bad.
Okay.
It's like I'm so excited.
They have a good taste. It's not like muscadine. It's kind of there's some other flavors in there.
That's delicious.
I have never seen fruit develop as fast as it does on these trunks. Like it'll flower today, and I'll come back in a couple of days and there will be a ripe fruit there. I mean, it's really amazing.
We got a white one,
Okay.
and it's supposed to fruit faster. And then we have I think a red one.
Red one, ruby red.
And then we have one that it didn't have a color, so it's probably a dark.
Okay. I have a jackfruit right over there, and it has produced fruit. They get really big, kind of thorny or bumpy type fruit. And this is the bed I was talking about starting cuttings in perlite. I have really good success rooting things in this perlite. I water it every day, and the roots, the plants root really quick, like this tomatoes that I've been working on. And you can see all the roots on that.
Oh, nice.
They root really fast.
Oh, wow.
These figs, I took these cuttings last week, and they are already rooting.
Are you doing it in sand and perlite?
No, this is just straight perlite.
Okay.
And I water it every day, and it holds enough moisture, but it drains well
Yeah,
enough that
yeah.
the plants don't rot on me.
That's so much better. Some people do them in water,
Yeah,
but then the roots are too fragile.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
they've never had to fight anything, you know?
Yeah,
They need that. They need something to
Yeah.
fight
No,
against
that
to make the roots stronger.
so these chamolia, I took these cuttings on the 6th of May. We'll see how they're doing. Yeah, so they're already putting out roots.
Oh, nice.
So that's been, what, 6-7 days now. So they root really fast. So anyway, yeah, so this is my cutting bed startings. So all these loquats, I got these, and then those on the ground. I started them from seed from last year's fruit, and I use them for grafting. If you want any star fruit too, you can help yourself. Yeah, nothing in here has been sprayed. In fact, nothing in my garden. Harlan, have you had star fruit? Yeah, they're a little on the sweet side. They're not real sweet, but they're real juicy.
Did you grow the star fruit?
You know, I got a 3-gallon plant down in Pine Island Nursery down in South Florida, and that's when I got the jaboticaba too, and the miracle fruit, and so they've all done fairly well in here. That's why I wanted a tall greenhouse so I could grow these things in here.
Yeah.
How long did it take your jaboticaba to fruit?
Boy, I am not sure. It seemed like it was, I don't know,
Forever?
8 or 10 years. But the star fruit started really early. And the miracle fruit started early too.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're pretty
they
good.
like to fruit.
That jaboticaba it'll have a number of cycles each year though. It doesn't fruit just once and then it's over.
Oh, wow.
It'll keep
Okay,
going.
Good.
Same way with the carambola, the star fruit.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the creeping fig?
Do what?
Creeping fig. It's a ficus. We can go over here and look at it. It's growing here on this tree, but so you can. This is the creeping fig. You can see it fruiting, but the fruit's kind of puffy. There's really not much substance to it. And don't think that this is a tree. This is actually a vine that's growing on my storm shelter, and it has grown up in there and then cascaded down.
Oh.
It's hanging there. It's using that tree as a support. In fact, it grows up into my pine trees as well, all to the very tippity top. But I wish the fruits were edible.
Yeah.
It's a fig. You see all
Definitely
all the
a bunch of
milky.
latex.
I don't know if you guys have one of these
No.
scissors. I love this thing. You get them at Lowe's or Home Depot. They got the little finger grip, so when you're cutting, you don't drop it.
Nice.
I like that.
No, yeah, my wife and I are sold on them. There's just,
It's just kind of pithy.
kind of tough, really. Really no taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love these things. If you go back in the garden section at Home Depot or Lowe's, they have them. There's a rack, and they've got them on one of the racks. I think they're like $14 or $15, but we've gone through a number of them because the spring tends to break on us. But we love them. We've got about 4 of them around.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm constantly leaving things on the ground.
Me too.
Well, I'll go to cut something and then drop it, and then it's down in the bush, and then I can't dig for it.
Uh-huh.
But with this, it's around your finger, so you can hang on to it.
Yep.
I'll show you my storm shelter. So back in 1995, we had 2 hurricanes come through, Aaron and then Opal, and we tried to evacuate, and the highways were so gridlocked you couldn't go anywhere. So I decided I am not going to get stuck in this again. I am going to build a storm shelter, a bunker. And so I started studying and looking for ideas, and I come up with this from the Weather Channel. They were featuring a structure somewhat like this, and then I just drew up my own dimensions and plans. But it's I've got solar panels up there because I power a freezer inside there from solar, and then I've got a 1,500-gallon water tank up there, and I fill it from my roof over here. I've got collection tanks that come off my roof, and then I pump it up there.
Okay.
And so what you're looking at here on the outside is the outer wall, and then there's an inner wall. I've got dirt between the walls, and I planted that creeping fig along there to cause it to blend in with the landscape.
Right. No.
So it doesn't look like a big sore thumb sticking out. My wife and I are getting ready to make a blue bottle tree.
Oh.
We've been collecting the wine bottles, so
Yeah.
the point where we can make a bottle tree.
Cool.
But anyway, so the first block you see here is the 5th block up from the footing. I would have liked to have gone down like a root cellar, but the water table is so high I can't do that here. So I've got 2,200 blocks in this structure. And I've got the outer wall, and then I've got an inner wall.
Both cinder block wall?
The cinder block, the inner cinder block walls are backfilled with rebar and concrete.
Huh.
On the Weather Channel, they were showing shooting a 2x4 at it with a 2x4 cannon, I guess, and it would just bounce right off. When they would do that to like a brick house or a framed house, it would go right through it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little humid in there now because my dehumidifier broke yesterday. So I went out this morning when I took my wife to the doctor and bought a new dehumidifier, but I haven't hooked it up yet. So you can come in, and it's like my greenhouse, it's cluttered, but come on in. And so we can a lot of the stuff that we grow. Like these are all of our own tomatoes and our own green beans. And we can chicken and rabbit. And I buy dry beans, like red beans. And then what we do is we can them up ahead of time. So all we have to do is open a jar and we can put them together because they're already cooked. They just need to be heated. So we often eat a lot of chili. We do the hamburger. In fact, this coming week we're going to can more hamburger. So the hamburger, you have to use a pressure canner for this. And so all we have to do, that's fat on top, not botulism.
Yeah.
So all you gotta do is like for chili is open up the tomatoes, the hamburger, the beans, and put chili seasoning in there and we're ready to eat.
Cool. I like that.
So this ceiling is about 8 inches thick. And what I have is rebar going through every cell, across the top and down through the other cell in the concrete blocks. And then
Continuous line of rebar?
do what?
Is it a continuous line of rebar?
A continuous, yeah. Yep. And I put these columns in here too, integral with the ceiling. And so I had 4x8 sheets of plywood up here. You can see the imprint of the plywood.
Okay.
And I had them supported with 4x6s every 18 inches and then 4x4s holding them up every 2 feet. So I did not want it to fall in when I did the pour. So I got a bunch of friends come over and I got a pump truck, concrete pump truck, and they pumped it up there and we vibrated it in and got it all set. So we did this in 1999. I buy gas and diesel and stuff and put it in here. A friend said, "Oh, I would like to be in here for a storm, but I couldn't handle the diesel smell." I said, "That's okay. You won't be here anyway." I've got this freezer behind Sandy, and it's dual. It's on the grid. I've got it plugged in, and then I've got it hooked on batteries, and it automatically switches over. If the grid should go offline, it automatically picks up on the batteries.
Great.
So, and we've got various things in here. I grew a lot of broccoli this year. Did really well for us, and so we eat. I would say eat every day from our stores. Yeah, I guess I'm a prepper at heart. It all started back in I guess 1989 when I bought this property. I wanted to be somewhat self-sufficient.
Yes.
There's no way you can be totally self-sufficient, but I wanted to have some land so I could grow things. Let me show you my anthurium. It's just right over here. So it's an epiphyte. It grows out of the soil, I guess up on trees. But I showed you that one diamond mesh thing in the greenhouse we made the trees out of, and that's what we made this out of. In fact, you can see the see it breaking away here, but it blended in really well with the trees, and it just grows up there. It gets rain, it gets watered when it rains, and it produces seed, and I've grown a lot of seeds from it, seedlings. Not cold hardy, so my wife and I take it down towards the end of December. Oh yeah, let's go look at the bamboo. I need to clean it up. It's getting cluttered. Not today, I
So
guess.
much mulch.
You know, we do get all this mulch
Yeah.
from the bamboo leaves, and
Yep.
I use it in the garden
Yeah,
because there's no weeds in it. It's really
I
nice.
love that.
The clumping
It's a
types?
clumping bamboo. The drawback on the clumping is canes will last 4 or 5 years and then they die. But the trouble is, as the
Take it in.
perimeter has gone out further, you've got dead ones in the middle.
Right.
And it's hard to get the dead ones out and to clean it up. So we were cutting into it here, trying to get some of the dead ones out. For some reason we gave up. Something probably distracted us, but
Yeah.
like we don't have enough to do.
So that's what kind?
That is a couple of the royal bamboo, or Kanipaha, or Bambusa textilis Kanipaha. There's a botanical garden down by Gainesville called Kanipaha.
Okay.
I'll have people stop by here and say, "Oh, I never knew you were back in here." That's the plan.
Bye.
Hiding purposely. Yep.
I didn't point out this one bromeliad, but Queen's Tears. Do you have Queen's Tears? It, you know, I've had this probably for 30 years, and it has gone through all the weather and the snow and the freeze, and it just keeps on going. It's Bilbergia nutans, the botanical name. And I had a bunch on my driveway around the curve there, and I dug it up the other day and planted it in my garden. I don't know if you saw it up there by the bananas.
No, I don't think so.
Anyway, it has done super for me. You would think bromeliads would be really frost sensitive. I've got some other big bromeliads that have gone through the freeze too, outside, and no damage.
Okay.
And then I've got this big one up here, this Alcantara. You saw that? Let's go up here and talk about bromeliads, I guess. So this is a big bromeliad, Alcantara imperialis. I got it from a person who had died, and his house was somewhat abandoned, and he was living in the same neighborhood as a friend. And the friend says, "Joe, I got all these bromeliads over here, and nobody's taking them." So I went over there, and I ended up getting this one and a bunch of others. This one, I'm pretty sure, had gone through 30 degrees temperature and was not damaged. But it's one of the biggest species of bromeliad. And then these little guys here, these were out for the winter as well, and they're pretty tough. Of course, Spanish moss is a bromeliad too, the Tilentia.
Oh, really? It is?
Yeah,
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Tilentia usneoides.
Okay.
That's that's a botanical name.
Yeah.
But it's a bromeliad, and it goes through the cold and handles it well.
Okay.
My wife and I, it took us about a month to do this, but we did a section at a time. I was working the night shift at the hospital and come home in the morning, and we would do a couple sections, and then I would go to bed, and we worked our way up. I had bought a cement mixer in order to do this. That's the one I had in the greenhouse, if you noticed it. Yeah, I mix my soil in there now. I wanted to show you this tromboncino that I harvested back in September. So I'm looking for things with a long shelf life. Seminole pumpkin is one of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I love my
and
Seminole
apparently
pumpkin.
these are too.
How many things of pumpkin soup did we make?
We made a lot. We like it.
It was so
We
good.
got introduced to it in Germany, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, my niece did. And we said, "Ooh, this is good."
Now, is that the size you usually eat them at?
Yeah. Well, you actually you can eat them when they're green and they're smaller. If you want to store them, you have to wait for them to turn tan like this. But that's some weight. I mean,
Yeah, that's heavy. Yeah.
so it's a.
Yeah.
That
You don't
is a
expect
lot of
this is
squat.
all-
That's a lot of squat.
This is all meat through here, and it's
Yeah.
good. I really like the taste of it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Does that you have to grow it hanging? Or
You can actually grow it on the ground. If you do, it won't grow straight. It'll kind of curl.
Okay.
Yeah, like a trombone.
Yeah.
It'll be-
Well, that's a name.
Yeah.
That's a name in Italian. Little trombone. Tromboncino.
What would be your ideas for beginner gardeners? How to start? Just starting out.
Yeah,
gardeners.
probably link up with somebody that's already gardening
Perfect.
to hook
Yeah,
in on
yeah.
their knowledge and know-how and utilize their resources
Right.
rather than,
Starting.
expending a lot of money to do something that you don't know if you're going to succeed at or not.
Right.
It would be great if I could get some young people, or even older people, that were interested in gardening to come over here, and work with them
Yeah.
to show them how to do things and to get them started.
Yeah.
It'd be beneficial for them and for me.
Yes.
Maybe I'm laboring under a delusion, but I just have a feeling that the economy is going to get ugly, put it mildly,
Yeah.
and that food prices just keep going up and up. And a lot of the food producing places are burning down. I
Right.
don't know what's going on there.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got an idea, but
Yes, so do we.
so people are going to have to start growing some of their own stuff.
Yeah.
You can never be totally self-sufficient, but you can have things to get you over the hump.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming over.
Yeah.
This was
No, I enjoy having people over.
I
It's a
love
good treat.
Yes.
Really
this
good
was
treat.
definitely a treat.
Yeah.
Somebody else to enjoy the labor that my wife and I have put into this.
Oh, very much.
Obviously put a lot.
And that's one thing you should tell new people. You don't just plant them and say, "Oh, I planted these." You have to keep working. It's a lot of work.
No, yeah,
So
it's
you
an
have to want to do this.
it's an ongoing thing. It's not like going to the grocery store and picking up fruit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's there's an involved process.
Yes.
Yes.
You got to be in a relationship with it.
Yep.
Yeah, I think too many people are detached from the earth
Yeah.
and they don't really realize where their food comes from and the effort it takes to grow it.